It's already Friday, but I can feel it. You know what I'm saying?
I can feel the weekend in the air.
Yeah. Well, we need it. We need it.
You need a weekend.
I think it's because everybody's going outside.
Yes.
You know,
Weather's nice.
it's this beautiful weather. I was watching this thing today, and they said springtime is fornication nation.
Is it?
Well, but I don't know about that. Okay, because the babies are born in the spring, right?
Yeah.
So fornication nation wouldn't be in the spring; it'd be in the fall. And we just read that thing that said that couples are least likely to break up between October and New Year's. Okay, well, maybe that's because of fornication nation.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying?
Could be. Trying to be some baby making.
Well, you want some good advice?
Yes.
Okay, my stepdad told me this, and it's about dating, and it's about paying attention to your woman.
Yes.
If you don't pet the kitty, it goes to the neighbors.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean that could be it could be a pet thing too.
Could be.
But you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. But welcome to Morning Crankers on Friday. I'm Hans. He's Gred. I'm definitely better looking than him, according to myself.
Right. Yeah, a scale of 1 to himself, he is.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking the other day about, the new species of Homo they found. That, not just the Homo sapiens, the Homo Julius Saucius or whatever.
Yeah.
You remember the Homo longi?
Homogram.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's that time of year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some things about spring I didn't know. Did you know that the first day of spring is called the vernal equinox?
No, I did not.
Okay, let me break it down for you, brother. The term vernal is Latin for spring, and equinox is Latin for equal night.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's spring, and, instead of the long nights, we're starting to go equal, where in the wintertime we had longer nights.
We call it a sprequel?
Yeah, it could be. Sprequel.
Sprequel.
The fall and spring equinoxes are the only two times during the year when the sun rises due east and sets due west. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
You're not really a traveler then.
I must not be. I thought I was, but...
No, I mean, you got to know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not exactly like it goes, like east and west all year. I mean, it's still east and west, but it's off a little bit.
Just a hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember in that football game where Neil deGrasse Tyson actually, the kick went up and it hit the side of the goalpost and then it bounced in, and Neil deGrasse Tyson said, well, the team was actually helped by the spinning of the earth and due west and due north. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And everybody freaked out about it. Well, that's what they're basically saying here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It says, while springtime brings flowers and warmer weather, it may be the worst time for human babies to be born. A large-scale study found that babies born in the spring are more likely to develop schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, major depression, and anorexia.
Wow.
I know a lot of women that were born in the spring.
Yeah. I do too.
I'm just saying. My wife was born in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's worked pretty well for me, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
The first day of spring in the southern hemisphere is the first day of fall in the northern hemisphere. Did you know that?
Yes.
You did?
I did.
Okay, trick question. Do all toilets flush the same way?
No.
Okay, explain.
I just said no because I knew it was going to be a trick question.
Okay. So in the northern hemisphere, the water spins clockwise.
Okay.
In the southern hemisphere, the turds float counterclockwise. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Yeah, that's a scientific fact.
Wonder what it does in Central America.
Stagnates. You know what I'm saying? If Earth rotated on an axis perpendicular to the plane of its orbit around the sun rather than on the 23.4 degree tilt, there would be no variation in day lengths and no variation in seasons. See, I don't like winter, but I do like having 4 seasons. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
You know, it's kind of a romantic thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first spring flowers are typically lilacs, irises, lilies, tulips, daffodils, and dandelions. If you were to pick out of those to take to a lovely lady, which would you pick?
Tulip.
Tulips? See, I like the smell of lilacs.
Do you?
Yeah. You know, I'm not the guy on TV that says, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. I'm like, no. I'll take some sandalwood and lilac.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I'm that type of guy. But don't get me wrong, I'm a working man.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've smelled napalm.
Yeah.
You know what it smells like?
What's it smell like?
It smells like THIS backwards. You know what that spells?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
It's this. You see, I made it double. Yeah. That was a double joke
It was.
because I didn't want to spell it right backwards, so I spelled this. You know what I'm saying? If I would have said TIHS, then
Right.
it would have been. If you say that backwards, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. That only half the people got that because it's so early in the morning.
Yeah.
But that's okay. There is a growing movement to call vernal equinox the March equinox or northward equinox to avoid northern hemisphere bias. I can't believe this. I just don't understand.
That's so.
That's so new age.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's speaking of new age. Did you hear about, there's these two guys, and they have been just going to town on Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, they started before any of this. These guys were just going to town on Elon Musk. Well, they both got indicted.
Did they?
One got sentenced in October, and one was just crying yesterday. But he has an investment company, and the slogan for his investment company kind of reminds me of this. His investment company, whatever it is, the green alternative to banking. I bet you if you checked in his DNA, he'd be part of the Homo group from Asia,
Could be.
the big head one.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's no guy like that that's going to be a longie.
No.
You know what? He's a shorty.
Yeah.
Now, I guarantee you somewhere there's like the Homo sapien shorty.
He's a stubby.
Yeah. Or Stubby. We could go Stubby. Stubby'd probably be a better representation,
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah.
The green alternative to banking.
Yeah. Maybe a prickling.
The prickling. The prickling, rickling. I'm not going to say the,
Yeah.
the big D. I'm not going to do it.
No.
The myth that it is impossible or that it is possible to balance an egg on its end on the spring equinox is just that. It's a myth. Trying to balance an oval-shaped object on its end is no easier in the spring equinox than any other day. Did you know that?
No. Didn't.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm just loading you up with information.
Information this morning.
I think I'm going to come back to this because after a while it just gets boring,
Yeah.
But here's something you should know. The onset of menopause is significantly higher in the winter than in spring or autumn, with a smaller peak in the summer.
I mean, it's time to run.
Well, I mean, no, now's the time because it's got a significantly higher peak in the winter.
That's what I mean. In the winter, run.
The winter run, and then the springtime, now's the time to go out and get girls your age.
Yeah. Need to go sprung and get. Yeah.
Spring for sprung.
You'll get sprung.
Call it the SS model, spring sprung.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, it's March 14th, and there's a couple national days. I'm going to say this one first because it's your day. Okay, so I'm an average American.
Yeah.
I try to watch what I eat, but, I like Fritos. Sometimes I like to have the occasional Dorito,
Yeah.
Cool Ranch, Nacho, both. I like to have, Cheetos, things like that, where you're just kind of a plain, normal, boring, middle-aged, going bald, regular national potato chip eating guy.
I think you named everything.
Well, yeah, it's March 14th. It's National Potato Chip Day. But, okay, there is something about a regular potato chip, okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about dog on the grill,
Yeah.
okay, and a good dog. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and then some baked beans,
Yes.
okay, and then just some regular potato chip with Highland,
Yeah.
sour cream and chive dip. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay, give me your perfect potato chip.
Oh, well, it'd be Lay's. I like Lay's.
Lay's, Sprung. I mean, come on, man. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Lay's original.
Lay's original.
Yeah.
Rippled or not?
No, just the original.
You know, sometimes they like the rippled.
I like the rippled once in a while.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you
But
like...
I'll if I decide one day out of the whole month, I'll be like, well, looks like I'm getting rippled.
Well, see, the thing is usually it's rippled for, pleasure.
Yeah.
It holds the dip better.
Yeah.
The rippled does.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So are you a dip guy or no?
I like cheese.
On regular potato chips?
Yeah.
See, folks, now this is the reason. I feel like I'm in that movie with Adam Sandler where the linebacker from the New York Giants is there, and he goes, kids, this is a reason not to smoke crack. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so it's also National Pie Day,
Oh, wow.
but pie is spelled with a P-I. You know what that means?
Yeah, it's number day.
Yeah, what is it, 3.14697?
Yeah.
It's something like that. I don't know. I'd have to ask my daughter. That's, when it comes to that kind of thing, she is more intelligent than I am.
Right. And I'm more intelligent with the other pie.
Yeah, well, me too. I'm a pie lover.
You and me both.
It's National Learn About Butterflies Day.
Oh,
Now, we do have a butterfly sanctuary here in Springfield.
which is neat.
That is pretty awesome. Perfect date night.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, it is Friday.
Yeah.
And tonight, there's a lot of guys that are hoping to get their number called, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
What is it?
Oh. Oh.
That's the date for tonight.
Oh, really? Pick it up.
No. My wife, see, I've got a wife that is, I wouldn't call her jealous.
Right.
I would call her insane because, she's the type of wife that if a girl looks at me, I'm in trouble.
She looked up to Lorena Bobbitt, didn't she?
Oh, gosh, I hope not. That gives hot dogs a new meaning.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're in trouble.
It's National Write Down Your Story Day. And maybe you should take a couple pointers because me and you've been talking a few days like both of us are getting to that age, or maybe we just have so much going on, we're very forgetful.
Yeah.
So it's good to write things down, but your story, I mean, do you ever get to a point where you're like, you remember something that happened to you?
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
something snaps and bam.
Yep.
All right, give me a good story.
I don't know. It just
Come on.
like a childhood
Good.
memory, I guess.
I want to hear a good childhood memory.
I don't
We're
know.
strolling down Poison at Nutland,
No, it just I
Cincinnati.
just thinking about the old memories of going to the ball games with my pops. and
That's
stuff.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
You know, back when I was a kid.
All right, tell us about what kind of smells were there.
Oh, the smell of popcorn, hot dogs,
How about roasted peanuts?
rusted peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? What do you got?
Oh, I just
What was it like the first time that you saw a home run in the home of the Reds?
loved it, man. I was excited. It
I
was
bet
Dave
you're-
Parker, I think.
So, can you imagine this? Like, can you imagine now that you're a father and you've been doing this stuff?
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine the immense joy that your father got taking you to the game and
Oh, yeah.
seeing and knowing that you got to see a home run?
Yeah, I know.
And how much was a hot dog back then at the stadium? $15 like it is today?
Oh no. I would say wasn't even quite close to that.
See, it used to be in
Like $9,
Brewerland,
I think.
you could actually go there and afford to take a family.
Yeah.
Like, do they still have family nights down in Red Stadium?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
I think that's important to have. I know the Cardinals have it as well. I know
Yeah.
the Royals have that as well. Take your kids out and go do something. Take yourself out and go do something.
Oh yeah.
And take your date out and go do something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any, like, bad date stories?
Not really.
What do you mean, not really? You don't have any bad date stories?
Well, I mean, when there's a first time date, I guess, and a last time date, all mixed into one, then yeah, I've done that.
First time and last time, meaning she's totally dusted you.
No, I
Dusted you like an old fart.
I dusted her.
Oh, so it was a crash and burn and you ditched her?
Yeah.
Why? What'd you do?
I didn't do nothing wrong, but I don't know.
Have you ever asked
we
a
just-
chick out on a date
we
and
just-
had them get freaked out?
We just found out that I found out that we had nothing really in common.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not even procreation.
Not even procreation, Hans.
Yeah, see, you don't want to. You don't want to get with a chick like that. Like, there's more to life than smacking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying.
I know.
So you got to be happy. You got to be able to talk to somebody. You got to have some of the same wants, goals.
Yeah, I agree.
Inhibitions.
I mean, you're going to not agree on everything, but there's got to be something you got to compromise on.
Well, here's what I've noticed. Everybody that votes, everybody that gets together and goes on dates and stays dating somebody because they're lustful over them,
Yeah,
literally, eventually that wears off.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, it's like, I remember 8th grade coming into school and new school, and I came in, I was like, that girl's hot, that girl's hot, that girl's hot. And, right now people are probably saying, ew, but this is the truth, and I believe in telling truth, if you know what I mean.
oh yeah,
So, I said, those 3 girls, they are so pretty. And then, it took about 2 months, and I got to know those girls, and they weren't pretty anymore.
right.
And different girls were pretty. Have you ever had that situation?
Yes. Yeah.
Explain that to us.
I believe you're displaying it the way that I would explain it. They were beautiful on the outside, but ugly on the inside.
It's like the bite of the rotten apple.
Yeah.
Or it's like you see
Their attitude changed.
you see a beautiful,
Their attitude-
glistening buckeye,
Yeah.
and you go and you taste it. You partake of it, and the seeds of poison run through your tongue.
Just remember, it's chocolate covered, not the real.
Yeah.
But no real buckeye we're going to eat here. Because if you do, guys, you're not going to survive. Trust me.
Okay, so let's get really serious here.
Okay.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's talk about some dates because it's Friday and it is going to be day night for some of the people out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, so this poor girl. She says, I was on a casual date in a park with a guy. She's never met him. Everything was going fine, but he suddenly stopped me, looked at me wide-eyed, and said, I think I'm going to shite my pants. Then walked to a Starbucks so he could, and she sat there for 20 minutes. He Snapchatted me a photo of him in the bathroom sitting on the toilet, the kind of side top angle where I could see his cheeks and, his friends. She had to call her dad to drive her home. What do you think of that one?
Boy, that guy really messed it all up.
Yeah. Springtime dates.
I think the guy screwed up, man, big time. You don't send a selfie of you sitting on the toilet. Come on,
Hitting the head in the coffee shop.
man.
All right, so number 2, went on a date with a man who I met through a dating app.
Yeah.
I quickly found out that he lied to me about his age. He was actually 10 years older than me and was recently divorced. He took me to a gentleman's club 30 minutes from where we were supposed to go. He kept saying, you're like a sister to me, by the way, and stroking her leg because of, she said, how awesome I was. To agree to go see strippers with him after the show, he drove us back drunk and speeding in his convertible. He was messaging other women on the dating app at the same time we were on the date. He ended the night by saying, so I'll be hearing from you again because I'm such a cool guy and dates with me are the best.
Yeah.
That guy's not getting called back again.
Loser, man.
Yeah, don't take any dating advice from that jackwagon.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Once, this date explicitly told me after I ordered my first drink that he wouldn't pay for my drinks unless I went home and slept with him after. I didn't drink any of my drink, immediately went to the bathroom, and I had to pass him on the way out. So I went up to him and told him I was leaving. He then creepily proceeded to walk me to my car. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's a little.
Springtime, Springfield dating.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have to walk out. He needs to walk away from that one.
Yeah, well,
He's a little strange.
here's number 4. We met up at a play pool at a local joint. We had a couple conversations prior to this, We met on a dating app but didn't have any kink information in our bios. He arrives and immediately goes into some non-consensual sub-dom role play where he was a sub and expected me to partake in being his mommy dom. I told him to sit and wait like a good boy until I came back from taking a smoke break. I bailed and blocked him. I wonder how long he waited. I'm 100% not kink-shaming anyone, but that's not how you go about that on this kind of a date. What do you think of that?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That guy just, he's lost.
Okay, well.
Yeah. He lost out.
Yeah, I think so. This one says, I didn't even get to the restaurant before he closed all the windows, locked them, then ripped ass worse than I have ever heard before. I got out of the car at a red light and called my sister to pick me up. You can take that one.
She must have did Chinese fire drill to get away from him.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you know what? Dutch ovens, that's for married people.
Right.
You can't be doing that. You got to kind of like show your good side. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The bad side just slowly comes out. You know what I'm saying? Number 6, I went on a date with this girl to get ice cream tacos, ice cream and waffle shells. Since we both didn't drive, we went on the train and bus and walked about an hour to get there. Now, this guy's dedicated. Mm-hmm. Throughout this date, all she did was talk about her ex. Like, usually I'll expect a couple offhand reports on exes, but this was nonstop throughout the hour-long walk. When we got there, the ice cream was great, $40, but the real horror story was on the way home. He had no idea that she was lactose intolerant. About an hour on the train back, his stomach and her stomach started to get queasy. He hopped off the train, ran down to the train station as she looked in horror and had no idea why he was running away.
Wow.
So, I mean, he had to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it hit him because it hit her.
Right.
And so to go from talking about your ex to talking about being lactose intolerant after having ice cream and probably hearing a
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
How would you deal with that situation?
Oh, man. Run.
I mean, that's pretty much, yeah. So, number 7, this guy stated he didn't have kids. This had already been discussed ahead of time. I told him that I'm a young student and definitely child-free and intended to remain that way. Then he springs on me that he does have kids. He had lied, so I'd go on a date and be trapped. I tell him that this is kind of a deal breaker as I am not in that part of my life. First of all, would you lie about that?
No.
She said, I'd consider being a step-parent dealing with a partner's custody arrangements or with their ex. He then tells me, how bold of you to assume that my kids are in any shape or form important in my life. Wow. I told him, okay, so you're telling me you're a deadbeat dad? That's even worse. I left and cut contact with him. He tried contacting me again, being indignant and telling me that people never give single parents a chance. She did the right thing. She just blocked him, and then she reported him.
Most certainly, yeah.
That guy's a loser.
Like a jerk.
You don't want nothing to do with that guy.
You don't want that jerk.
You know what I'm saying? What is the last time that you got to do the Springfield dating scene?
Right.
When's the last time?
It's been a while.
Okay, so the last date you went on in the Ozarks area, where was it?
Gosh. I remember.
It's been that long ago.
It's been a while.
Wow. Well, you think about that. This guy says the immediate red flag was she told me she had no money, and then she ordered the most expensive beer on the list. Halfway through the date, she said she came from her ex-boyfriend's house, but don't worry, it's not like I sucked his, or anything. I finished my drink and excused myself to the bathroom. I tracked down our waitress, paid for our drinks. When I returned to the table, I told her I didn't think this was going to work out and left. The double whammy of using me and being crass did me in. I don't blame the guy.
I don't either on this one.
Yeah, nope. I don't even know if I think I would have done it right there. I would have been like,
he was too
it's
nice
time for me to take you home.
Yeah.
Or, maybe we can call your ex and have him come and get you something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I don't know. That's God.
I wouldn't even want to touch that situation.
Yeah, me neither. Number 10. Halfway through dinner, she asked me if I was religious. Then she asked me if I would consider converting. I said no. I spent the rest of the day trying to explain why I didn't need religion in my life, and she took everything I said as a sign. Sign of what? Who knows? Finally, I tried to find a good excuse to end the date, and the best thing I could come up with was, I have to go grocery shopping. She then followed me to the grocery store. Ooh.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some deal breakers for me.
I would have probably broke it off with her and then sent her home.
If a girl is dirty,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm talking about, dirty, you can just tell.
Yeah.
Deal breaker.
Yeah.
If she talks incessantly about her exes, deal breaker.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm talking about deal breakers that you literally, like, you send them home,
Yes.
okay? If they say they're a religion other than mine,
Yeah.
sorry, to me, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
If you don't want kids, deal breaker.
Yep.
What else is a deal breaker to you?
The biggest deal breaker, you mentioned it, and I'll have to mention it again because it's my biggest deal breaker. And that's just to keep bringing up the old ex.
Yeah, that's like...
That's a worn out record.
Well, get over your ex before you get on top of somebody else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
get over, get on. It's type of... You know what I'm saying?
Time to either move over the side of the road, and then
Yeah, just like, yeah.
so we can go around you and then go to the next one.
Yeah, how about... I don't like super negative girls either.
No.
I don't know if I'll end a date because of negativity, but I'll get to the point where I become completely not interested and I'm playing back old Packer games in my head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can't handle the negativity. It'd be like watching the Reds.
Oh, jeez. It's been a lot of it lately.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying.
But yeah.
Some of these poor people, I don't know. This one girl, this is where we'll end this one. She goes on this date and he told me his mom would love me and bake me cookies while we robbed banks together. When I decided to leave, he insisted on holding my hand as I walked out and he tried to kiss me, but I dodged. He threw my hand at me and walked away with a loud scoff. I think my lucky stars I wasn't assaulted that night. The guy weighed easily twice as much as me and had such big muscles that some dude walking into the bar behind us even said, "Damn, dude. I played college ball and I haven't seen calves that big." I had no idea what happened in real life, but his calves were truly massive. Yeah, I'm glad nothing happened to you, too.
Yeah.
If you're going to act like that, even on a bad date and you're a guy, you're a loser, capital L.
Yes.
Springfield dating.
You can't force yourself onto the ladies.
No, like, it's okay. Like, I told all my boys, you never go in 100% on a kiss.
No.
The guy goes 80. If she wants to reciprocate and meet you 20%, that's fine. So 80% in, 20%. Then after she kisses, see, it's usually like that's the key. When they go in for that kiss and you allow them to kiss your lips,
Yeah.
you can tell if they're into you or if they're not into you. If they're not into you, you leave it alone.
Yeah.
Have a nice night. Thanks for going on a date with me. Be a gentleman.
Yeah.
Now, if she is into you, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Remember what we were talking about? Get over, get on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know. And tonight is Friday night in the Springfield dating scene.
Yes. And guys, just be kind and gentle on your first date. Quit asking stupid questions, too, on your date.
Yeah, dumb question. Like, you should have a war plan if you're going on a date, right?
And I mean, there's been a lot of guys, and I'm included me, and when I was younger, I would bring up stupid young, I don't know, sound like something a young teenager would say, to a woman.
Well, I think maybe that's just nerves.
I think it's nerves. And you want to, I think a lot of it, you just want to make sure you got the right person.
Do you think, are you a believer in, like,
There could be love at first sight. Yeah, I believe that could happen.
No. I mean, like, are you one of those guys before a date, you race a pony, flog the dolphin,
No.
spank the monkey? You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Now, there's some guys, I'm not one of those guys either, but there's some guys that swear by that. What do you think?
I don't swear by it. I don't do it.
See, I don't even think that it's about performance for them. To them, it's like once they eliminate that stress,
Yeah.
there's something chemically that goes into their brain that makes them act a different way. Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah.
So, but you're not willing to participate in that?
No.
before going on a date?
Mm-mm.
See, I've never really been to that point, but isn't it something about Mary?
Yeah.
Where that happens, and after that, like
Right.
she uses it as hair gel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a rated PG-13 movie, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
It might have been R.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Remember the leather boobs?
Yep.
Her, whatever you call it. So, anyways, tonight is Friday night, and it is the Springfield dating scene.
Make sure you take your woman out and treat her right. And then not only that, that's if you're dating someone you've already been with, but that's easier to go out on a date then because you're more open to that person. You know,
Have a happy dating time.
have a
But
happy dating time. Yes.
be careful. And men, this is specifically to you men,
Yes.
be gentlemen.
Yes.
Be a true gentleman.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're just a jack wagon.
Yep. Always open the door for the lady.
Yeah, that's what I say too, man. It is what it is.
Cool.
Yeah, have a good Friday night, folks.
Have a good Friday, and the door closes on another week.